Let's get started. So in a previous class, we were discussing more about live and extract connection. So we have created a file, we have found them, we have done some exercises to understand. So today we'll move on to next important topic, that is joins. So to understand joins, let me open a file here. Just a second. So in Tableau, there are four types of joints that Tableau supports, and this is like pretty common in any other thing. The SQL also, if you take, these are very the standard type of joints that we have available. So there are four types of joints: left join, right join, inner join, and outer join. So these are the four types of joints supported by Tableau. So what we need to understand here is the outcome of data when you do that. Okay. So here, if you see, I have two tables: name, number of siblings, name, and eye color. These two are my table one, like table one and table two. So like one main condition that we need to remember whenever we are doing a join is we need to have at least one common column so that we can make a join. So here name is the column that I have in common in these two tables. Okay, so I'm making a join. So when I do an inner join, what will happen? I will get only common records in these two tables. Like say now Taylor, from this table will try to search if there is any common record in between these two. So Taylor is matching with Taylor, then we will get this blue color for that. So blue is getting printed. Likewise, if I go to Alex, the second record will try to match it here. Alex is there, so brown is coming. Now again, the third record, Shannon is trying to match it with T2 here. So Shannon is not available, so that record got eliminated. Next, Tracy is there. Tracy is again trying to search here. That is also getting eliminated. Likewise, from table 2, if I try search, already Taylor and Alex are printed, but Morgan will try to search here if it is available. So it is not available, that is going to get eliminated. So we are going to get only two records here which are matching. So that is your inner join. Next is our left join, which indicates that all the records from my table 1 and only matching records from my table 2. So that's why if you observe name and number of sibling, we have got all the records here, but only matching records on the right side, like eye color, which is coming from our second table. So again, same likewise, Taylor will try to match it here with Taylor. So blue is getting printed. Likewise, Alex is getting printed. We got brown. But Shannon and Tracy, we do not have any records. But since it is a left join, it is still getting printed. But because they do not have a matching record in terms of eye color, that is becoming null here. So this is how you need to understand the data. So we are going to see it practically also, but I'm just showing you theoretically just to understand. Next is right join. Same likewise, now when I say right join, this will become our primary table here, name and eye color, where we have only three records: Taylor, Alex, and Morgan. Now observe here. So Taylor will try to match it here. So we got number of siblings as 2. Then we have Alex. Alex is matching with this, which is becoming 3. Now Morgan. Morgan is not there here, but Morgan is coming from this table. So that's why Morgan and Brown are getting printed, and number of siblings we are getting from this table. So this is becoming blank. So observe, this is behaving opposite. Left join and right join are behaving oppositely. So we need to understand from which table we will get the entire data, or from which table we will get only some partial data, or how is your join type. This we need to understand. Based on that only we will be able to judge or decide our outcome of data. Next is outer join, means all the records from all the tables. Simple. Okay. So like say Taylor will match with Taylor. We got record for Taylor. Yeah. Next again, Alex is trying to match it with Alex. We got record for Alex. And then Shannon. Shannon is not there here, but still you see Shannon, we got the record from left table. Shannon and number of siblings, whereas eye color is null here. See, observe this. Likewise, Tracy, we have record here, but we do not have anything here, so it is printing null. Now see the opposite of this. Morgan is there here. Morgan has eye color, so Morgan is printing here, but number of siblings is not available for that, so it is null here. So that is how the outer join is working here. Now to see it in Tableau, what I've done is I have created these two files manually. Okay, so I'll just show you those two files before we connect so that we are sure. So this is my file one. So I have uh, name and sibling. Okay, so maybe I've added one extra record here, state. Okay, so this I have. And in file two, I have name and eye color. Okay, so two records we have. So file one and file two. Now let us go to Tableau and we'll try to connect to this. Okay, I'm going here because my source is of file. So I'm going to text to file and I'm going to select file one. Okay, now you see it is showing us all the records of our file one or table one. Now, if we want to make a join, simple, like the first condition I said, we should have at least one common record between these two, right? So when you try to bring in two second file or second table, simply when you try to drag and drop, automatically Tableau will identify what is the common record that is there in between these two, and it will try to match. So you see by default, now if at all we want to understand what is the common column in that, just click on that. You see it is trying to make a join on this field name, but it is not mandatory that we should always use this column. You can change it by clicking here. Okay, but because we know name is the common here, I'm keeping it. But in real time, you can change it to whatever the field you need, or you can add more fields also. Okay, so here are the types of joins: inner join, left join, right join, and full outer join. Okay, now see here, when I said inner join, it is only giving us common records only. But this time we have got one extra field also, like state here, you see. When I select left join, I'm getting all the records from my left table. See here. You can see here field name, table name, and data type. Three things are there here. Name, above that is file1.txt, above that is data type. Three things. Same likewise here, observe here name, which is coming from file2 and ABC. If I change it to right join, now observe, automatically it is changing it like this. Full outer join, I'll get all the records from all the tables likewise. Okay, so I can go to table, I can go to sheet one. Now when I go to sheet one, see how Tableau is automatically organizing that. So from file1.txt or my table name, I'm getting these two columns, and from file2.txt or table two, I'm getting these two columns. Okay, and these are all dimensions. If measures, it will be here. So I can take my field from wherever I want, like say from file one, I'm taking name, and again from file two also I'm taking name. Because we have already made a join, automatically it is matching only those records. See, but if I take only this, the records that I'm getting here are different. Okay, and if I take from here, the records that I'm getting here are different. So you need to understand or remember from where you need to take the field name. So we might get confused in real time. So pay attention from which table you need to bring in the data is very important. So here file one is my primary file. I know. So I'll consider that instead of this like that. Okay. So you need to be very careful where you are writing the uh, logic or pulling in the fields, because some might get mismatched at like that. Okay, so be careful. So that's how this is one method of writing or doing a join in Tableau. So manually we are bringing in the tables and we are doing. We'll see
One
this.
second, Rahul. So you said we need to pull the primary table fields to the view, right?
Yeah, based on the data that you need to decide like whether you need from left table or right table. Like what type of join you are doing here, and based on that you need to decide and you need to bring it accordingly. If you're
Okay.
doing a left join and you're bringing in from right table, then you will get a data mismatch. See, because if I am doing left join here, from my
Mhm.
left table, I'll get all the records, right? So this I'm
Yeah.
getting only matching records. So I need to only consider this eye color from my second table. Your primary field for name will be this table, this field from file one, not this one.
Okay.
Okay, so that you have to take care. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm removing all of this because I don't need for now. We'll see a database approach for this. Again, this is just for our learning purpose, and I will just go to our database here. So what I'm trying to do now is trying to create the same table that we have seen in the file, and I'm going to insert that in our SQL Server. So I'm creating a table first here. Sibling is one my table and eye color is my second table. Two tables I'm going to create, and I'm going to insert some data in that. And after that, we will do a join here and we'll see the result. And then we will go to Tableau and we'll make a join. That is the next step. Okay. So let me create. So I'm going to create table. So this is the standard syntax of creating a table. Create table and table name. So after that, you need to enter the column names that you want. So I want to have two columns, S name and sibling here. And same likewise in eye color, also I'm creating two columns, S name and eye color. So if you see, S name is the common column that I have in my this table and in this table. Okay. So let us create this. Just select that. I'll send you this. So this now is command is successfully completed. So this table got created. So if I next what I'm doing is I'm going to create eye color here. Okay, likewise. So two tables we have created. Okay, so now if I run those two commands, let us see what is the result we will get. Select star from. Okay, and I'm just writing select star from eye color. You see here, it is showing the result of these two because currently we do not have anything in them. It is giving us blank result here. S name and sibling, S name and eye color. Okay. Now let us insert the data, and you can directly insert it like this. Insert into table name. These are my values. So this is the standard syntax for inserting the data, but I'm directly running these four commands into this and I'm executing. Now you see four rows got affected. 1, 2, 3, 4, which means four records it inserted. Now if I go and run the same two queries again, one is giving me result because we have inserted in this and not in this second table. Now I'm going to insert in second table as well. Okay, so see here, it is showing us three rows affected. I'm going to run this. So now we are able to see the result in these two tables. Now we need to make a join at table level, or in this, we are going to make a join. So this is the syntax for join. Select. After that, we need to specify the columns here basically. So it can be from your table 1 or table 2, depending on what you need. So suppose, I'm writing here as So I'm writing this command as select. So we know that these two are the columns that we have, sname and sibling. So what I'm doing is I'm just calling star here. Okay. Star indicates all the columns from both the tables. Okay. From my table here. So what is the table that we have from? Sibling is the table. So I'm just calling that table. Okay. After that, we need to specify the join that we are doing. Okay. So I am doing an inner join. On which table we need to specify the table 2 name here. So our table 2 name is iColor. Okay. On, after that on, again on is syntax. We need to tell like we are bringing the data from these two tables. Okay, fine. Then, but we need to specify the condition on basing on what we are trying to bring in the data from these two tables. So we need to specify the matching column here. So to identify what I'm doing, sibling dot s name is the common column we have, right? So I'm just using that here, iColor dot s name. Okay, so I'm just going to run this. See, we got only matching records. If you remember, the same thing we got in Tableau also. So like that, I can change the join type here. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I can make it like say left join here. Result will be different again this time. The same results that we got in the Tableau, we'll get in the same here. Right join. You see right table, we got all the records. And this is full outer join. So here our right join or full outer join or left join, these are the keywords that we need to specify. Then only this SQL will understand that you are trying to do a left join. Okay. So I'm just going to run this. We got all the records. Okay. Now I'm going to my Tableau here and I'm going to connect it to these files. Okay. So let us go to sheet. I'm going to click on add and I'm going to SQL Server here because this is my database. And here we need to search for those two tables that we have. Okay, so you can click on this search option and you can search. So I'm going to search for, yes, you see now we have just created this table. Now it is available. You can just bring in this. Okay, I'm just going to open here, click on update. We got the records. Same likewise, if I go to here, iColor, we got that also. I can simply drag and drop. It is making a join, straightforward. Okay, so this is one method of joining the data in real time. So we have done it with flat file and we have done it with table. Now instead of this, I'm going to do it with custom SQL here. Okay, so I'm going to remove this and I'm going to remove this also. So I'm going to write a custom SQL. In real time, it depends whether you want to directly pull the data or table directly and do a join, or you want to write a custom SQL like we have written here and make a join. It is purely optional. Okay. But if you are doing multiple joins from multiple tables, like say more than 2 tables you have, okay, and you are doing a join at a table level, like just now we have done in Tableau. So that is not something that Tableau recommends us to do. It degrades the performance of your Tableau dashboard, something that you need to remember it. So custom SQL is one option that we can see, but again, all that you have to do is should be taken care at the database level only. We can create a view on top of this and maybe we can use that directly. That is again one feasible option. Now I'm directly running this query. that just we have written select star from sibling and full order join I'm doing on eye color on this. So mostly you will see this type of queries in real time. So instead of manually joining multiple tables, which is not at all recommended, you might see a lot of custom SQLs in your real time. You might be joining data from multiple tables and bringing in the data. So after writing, just I'm clicking on preview results. So okay, so it is because you see here, if you see the difference here now, S name, we have got 2 times right here. So in SQL, it will not throw error because SQL is very much compatible. But Tableau has some limited capabilities. So here, the column S name was specified multiple times. So Tableau is not able to, identify or take a decision on the multiple columns it is trying to bring in. So that is why it is getting error here. So this type of errors we need to fix. So that is why star you might not see much in the real time. Instead of that, you will see these specific columns in the real time. So we'll try to fix this. So what I'm doing is I'm just keeping an alias as S for sibling and eye color as E. Okay. So I'm calling this table or aliasing this as S and E because for referring it will be easy. So now I'm calling S dot S name, which indicates that from sibling table, I'm calling my name here because that is the only thing that is common. So we need to specify from which table we need to bring. So if I write E dot, so this E name will, S name will come from employee table or eye color table, sorry. Okay. So for that sake, I'm just removing that and I'm just calling sibling, comma, eye color. 3 columns I'm calling. Okay. If at all you want to write this as like this and E dot eye color, we can also do it like this. Shouldn't be an issue. I'm just trying to run this to check if it is running. S dot sibling could not bound. Okay, so there is again some issue with that. So okay, let me. Okay, so here this is the issue. Sorry, yes name. Sorry. Issue is here we are defining it as ES and E, but last you see I'm calling it as sibling dot. So this is something that Tableau is not identifying or this SQL query is throwing error. So we need to keep it as E here and S as here. Mostly it should run. Yeah, we got records now. So let us run this same thing in Tableau to see if it is working. So I'm just removing this and calling. So now instead of star, I'm manually calling whatever the columns I need. Click on apply. So our query got executed and it is now giving us error. So this is, so it is giving us results. So this is your second approach where you can write the query manually and you can see the results. That's about your joins here. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to create another file here. So we have 2 files, right? File 1, we have this and we have file 2. Here. So I'm just trying to duplicate my file 2 here. Okay, so just duplicating it here only. So just Control C and Control V. But I'm renaming that file as file2.1. And records I'm changing inside. So okay, so I'm saving it. Now I have 2 files with the same structure. Okay, name and eye color, and in this also we have name and eye color. So often it can happen in real time that you might receive multiple files to load the data. So example, okay, let me open the notes here. Suppose we have a business that is successfully running in production. They said, no, Rahul, I'll be sending you one file every day with the 10 records. That's it. This is what you need to load in Tableau, and this is what you need to show. Perfect. So everything was running fine. You have set up everything fine. Now, suddenly, like Black Friday sale happened or some Christmas season happened. Because of that, volume got increased. So what happened on that one particular day? Business has received 30 records. Now their file limit capacity is only 10 records. Assume. Okay. Now what did they do? They have sent you 3 files. Okay. So file 1 with 10 records, file 2 with the 10 records, and file 3 with 10 records again. So now totally end of the day, how many records should we load?
30 records.
Very good. Now we need to find a way where we can load these files into this. So first thing that we need to make sure is whenever we are getting like this multiple files, we need to make a union. So till now we have discussed about joins, but when we are doing, now we are doing a union here. So I'm going to Tableau here again, and I'm just removing this, and maybe I'll go back to sheet here. New database. So this time I'm selecting text file again. So file 2 I'm selecting for now. So file 2 we have selected, right? Name and eye color we have. Now when we want to make a union, you simply need to take the second file and drop it on top of that. Sorry, I'm just going to just take this and drop it on. So when I bring it closer, you see you are getting an option, drag table to union. So automatically, because the structure of my file is the same, Tableau is identifying that and it is making a union of that. It is clearly mentioning from which table I'm getting which record as well. So this is your union. Okay. So here we have this concept of union where we can merge like this. I can merge multiple files and I can click on this and I can edit this union and I can remove if at all I want to. So like say by mistake, I have added this file also. Okay. But I realized, okay, I shouldn't do that. I can just go and remove that file or maybe remove this also. So that is also a possible option. So this is how we will be doing a union in Tableau. Okay. So here again, same, we can do it in SQL also. Select what I'm doing is, so same thing I'm trying to do, eye color. So with the same table I'm trying to do, we'll see what will it return. So invalid column, okay. Okay, so when I selected union, it is giving me only distinct records. I'm trying to write union all concept here. I'm getting each record 2 times here. See Taylor blue, Taylor blue. So this is from my file table, this table and this table repeating. So that is the difference between union all and union concept at a SQL level. This is okay. So union means you will get only distinct records. Union all means it will give you records with the duplicates. Okay. But I mean, this again, the intention is just to show you how we can write a query here, not beyond that. Okay. So are you clear till here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay. So today what we did is we were trying to connect data of same type. So we have done at Tableau level, we have done at SQL level. Now the business use case is changing. Okay. So I'm getting one data in my SQL and I'm getting one data in my flat file. So we will try to merge those two and see the result here. So that concept is called as blending. Okay. So remember this term. So we have learned a few important terms here. So we have learned about joins today and understood how we can make joins at a table level. Okay. At SQL level, at the file level. And we have also seen how we can write queries for join. Again, this is just purely for learning purpose. Okay. And custom SQL also we have seen how we can make joins at that level. So mostly this is what we will be writing in real time. Okay. So you will see a lot of your SQL statements which are returning or connecting to multiple tables and getting in the data. Okay. So manually connecting to table is something that we as a developers should avoid, because later on it will be very problematic in the sense you'll get lot of performance issues. Okay. So it is expected that we write or we reach a level where we can write custom SQLs in Tableau and get the data we need. That is the expectation. So because of this only, they will ask SQL questions in interview, because business does not keep their entire data in only one table. They will have multiple tables. Okay. So that is your custom SQL. Next, now scenario is changing. We are moving into blending. So blending comes into picture whenever we are trying to bring in data from different data sources. Okay, so understand the term different data sources means one is SQL, one is flat file, one is Excel, or one is text file, like that. So whenever there is such a scenario, blending comes into picture. So tomorrow what we'll do is we'll create a file again in text file, and we'll create another file in SQL or some other thing, and we'll try to connect it to these two, and we will see how the result is generated in Tableau. Okay. So tomorrow's class is important again. After that, we will be moving on to next topic in uh, Tableau, and that is where we will start exploring the different options in Tableau. So till today or till tomorrow, we are just exploring about the data. So today I want you to spend some time in understanding these joins, create tables yourself, try to connect, try to write these few statements and see what is the result it is returning, and do a join. So I have given you one type of join statement. You can try to write it in a different format and send it to me. Okay, so 4 types of join statements. Maybe I'll not send this join statement till table creation only. I'll send you. You send me 4 types of joins and union statement. Okay, so that is something, that task is there for you today, and start spending more time on Tableau because we are moving into the Tableau now. Okay, so our data is almost prepared. So we'll connect tomorrow and we'll discuss further.